Yeah, hello and welcome to this week's Banter Blitz show. I'm already warmed up here after the German show, and let's get going with some new games. Got a couple of new challenges as usual. No more shoes. Okay. Let's play no more shoes. When will this start? Just has started. So let's get this on the road. E4. I usually go E5. I could do something else. I played lots of Alekhine defenses. I studied this a bit. And let's do it. Once more. The King's Indian attack has been requested, and I see no reason not to play it. It's a pretty good opening. Very solid, actually. So, maybe he will play... No, he didn't. A quick D5. Huh, okay, E6. Maybe I do G6 here. I'm really happy to take opening requests. You have to keep two things in mind though. My memory for those things is absolutely terrible. Yeah, I might say, okay, I'm playing this next game, and then I will forget it like immediately. That can happen. Yeah, this is not in any way unfriendly, or I don't want to toy with you. I just forget about it. So yeah, and I don't play stuff that I really consider to be absolutely terrible. I wouldn't play 1G4 or something like that, for example. That is just too bad. So I have a fairly standard looking position here. The bishop on G7 and the knights, they pressurize the center. Bishop G4 is pinning the white knight. White has to decide what to do. So this one, yeah, here this looks extremely normal. If I take here, and I will do that, after knight takes, I win C4. I win the full pawn, and he does not really do much about it. Okay. Now the chat is working. Shower. I think it is working. For one minute or so, nobody was responding to what he typed. So here, yep, I think I'll take on E3. Yeah, here I'm quite happy. This is a good position. Knight C4 maybe here. Immediately looking at B2. It looks like some advantage for white. C takes D6 is a bit more complicated than E takes, that's true. Keep this pawn. Yeah, next white game I will play a King's Indian attack. I got this request more than once, so I'm happy to do it. Yeah, here I have to play the rook. After rook c7, however, there is knight... Oh, it's a bit of a problem actually. You see, if I move the rook c7, there is knight b5. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah. talk about an ugly move. But okay, maybe it's not so bad. I don't really see how he exploits it. Queen e6 is just a check. I mean, there is no, I think, real follow-up. If I take b2, what is going on? Bishop b5 or? I can also try to trap the queen. Like here, queen has very little squares. I'm trying it. I'm trying that. Rook f8, rook f6. Yeah, I got so many opening requests out there. How do I? I cannot really follow all of them. Yeah, this is very true. I can check now on b6, but yeah, I should speed up actually. This is important. Yeah, 95 wasn't such a great idea. Again, I don't see anything terrible happening to me, but it is was kind of unnecessary to do those knight jumps. Yeah, I'm pre-moving rook takes c4. Nimzowitsch defense. e4, knight c6. Yeah, Carlsen played that, yeah, against Kasimdzhanov. That was funny. But I mean, I looked at this once, and it is not so terrible, the Nimzowitsch defense. I mean, it's probably not as good as the mainline openings. There's a reason why it's not a mainline. But I don't think it's all that terrible. Yeah, no more shoes gave me the rook here. It's allowing bishop d4. So thanks for the game, no more shoes. I'm trying for the King's Indian attack now. That was a request. Playing, oops, come on. Chessman 1963. You can try to go for King's Indian attack. Play the Ponciani. No. Well, I mean, you're not worse after that, but you're trying. Yeah, so I play the King's Indian attack here against Chessman 1963. Can almost pre-move castles here, right? Yeah, one knight c6 against e4 is not that bad. And this opening here with e4 coming is totally okay. One period, over some period of time, I played this exclusively with white. What's going on here? This is the pawn. I take it. I'm taking this pawn. If he takes e4 now, I think I can take on f7. What about the Müller-Schulze gambit is a question. I'm happy to elaborate on the Müller-Schulze gambit if you tell me what it is. The Halloween gambit. Oh my god. No. The Halloween gambit is just bad. I really don't get why this is analyzed. I mean, the thing is, if there would be just one line that is better, yeah, and the rest would be great, I kind of get it. But there are so many replies that are just better for black that what is the point? It's all better for black. You can return the piece and be better, keep the piece and be better. Don't quite see what the idea is. Okay, here I'm just putting this onto e5, and then the knight will come into d6, making use of the extra pawn. Here we go. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the good question by Shaba about the reversed Halloween after e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, knight f6, g3, knight takes e4. This is playable, actually. Funny enough. And I mean, it's not better for black, but it's okay. It's actually playable. It has been played by Magnus Carlsen. Knight takes e4. In a kiddie game somewhere, yeah? I mean some junior event or so, I think. I'm not sure, not in recent years, but he has played it. After the capture on f5, that pawn is getting very, very weak, and he has a hard time to defend it. Yeah, that's basically, oops, the only way. Let's not move the c4 pawn. c4 next. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I don't need this. Sorry, my voice is failing me. I don't really need c4 here in this position. Everything is nicely coordinated. So let's open this up. I'm trading off his weak pawn, which is in some way illogical, but yeah, you're making progress going for the attack with this huge space advantage and better pieces. It looks fantastic. f6. So probably this one. Yeah, and rook h3, threatening queen h7. Yeah, of course. Is it okay to talk about current games? Sure. Why not? Threatening queen h8 now with back rank mate. Can still do it, right? yeah, it's after this we have a mate on the board. Yeah, thanks for playing Chessman 1963. Will you play the Adler defense? I don't even know what that is. I mean, I'm not so terrible with obscure opening names and stuff, but I don't know. My name is Legion. Why not? I'm getting close to to 2,800 again. So yeah, I can do. Let's do this. There was a request for me to play the, what is it called again? The Nimzowitsch defense. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry for the yawning. Recent days I've slept longer than usual and actually pretty well. I'm still yawning. I don't know. Do you guys have an idea why that is? Usually you would think you sleep longer and you don't yawn all the time. I still do it. Yeah, this is actually what Carlsen had on the board, right? Almost, it is the same thing, or very, very close to it, I think. Yeah, I was thinking maybe he should have played h3, asking me what this bishop is doing. Of course, bishop g4 is more than anything a move that gives up more than anything else. Gives up the bishop pair. How many hours do you sleep? That's a good question. Currently like 7 or so. I usually it's less. It was less, and now I'm sleeping a bit more. So in this position, I have given up the bishop pair. For what exactly? That's tough to say. Yeah, Schaber asked about the Adler defense, which is really doesn't exist. What he meant was the Geier, the vulture. No, I'm not going to play that. It's a pretty bad opening. We're talking about d4, knight f6, c4, c5, d5, knight e4. So I don't know. I'm not really threatening on b2, I guess. Oh, Paris is already leading against Bayern. Oh my. Wow, that's an extremely cool explanation that Jay Fisher is giving about yawning. It's hard for me to reproduce. Oh, what the heck? I'm taking this pawn. I'm sorry, I just take it. What's going on here? Yeah, openings named after animals are usually bad. That's really true. The bird opening is not named after an animal. Okay, I'm trying to simply grab everything that I can get. Okay, I'll keep this pawn. Maybe I could have taken on c4, but I can take it next. And I cannot take it next. Okay. Okay, so how do you go about this? I can go knight d3. The orangutan, that's not a good opening. Yeah, I could play f6 as someone suggests in the chat and then grab c4, but f6 is such a ugly move. I don't like ugly moves. Okay, so here he went all the way back. Yeah, bishop d2 coming up maybe or something. I mean, I can just go back. I'm also 1.5 minutes ahead on the clock, which is good to be. Wait, I can take the bishop, right? Bishop b4, rook e2. No, there was a suggestion to sack the exchange. I rather take the stuff, that's better. The Fort Knox variation. That's a funny opening name, right? Now, the Fort Knox is very solid, of course, as the name suggests. Yeah, thanks for the game. My name is Legion. So, who is on? Jay Fisher. Have I played him already? No, I think I haven't, right? No. So, let's do it. Oh, that was a last minute switch, so you don't see me sneezing. Ooh. Wow. So we get we get a what is that? The Moscow variation of the Sicilian. There are some Moscow variations actually. Okay. That's a good question. What do you recommend for French players against 1d4? Yeah, that's a good question. When Sometimes the Dutch defense is recommended. I don't know. I'm not such a huge fan. I mean, some lines in the Dutch are completely okay. Stonewall is okay if you know what you're doing. But what Shabba is saying here, this is actually a good idea. d4 e6, c4 bishop b4 check. That's a very, very okay opening line with little theoretical workload, and you're usually quite okay there. And then there's also b6, d4 e6, c4 b6 for a more complicated game. That's something you could check out. I've played this quite a bit myself. d4 e6, knight f3, you have c5 for example, or if you like then f5, which is a Dutch again, but you have the there's already a commitment by white with the knight. Okay, so here his king is stuck in the center. Bishop f4 looks normal. Or knight e5 and then the check, but I think bishop f4 first. The classical queen's gambit is recommended. Yeah, this is also, of course, an option. The queen's gambit declined will always be something that can play it. Like if you learn it now, you can play it for the next 100 years. Probably it will never be refuted. Okay, knight e5. I thought what I need to do is I need to try to keep him from castling. This is the main thing. I wonder if I can actually do that. Knight d3 to attack c5. It looks like a strange move. I mean, he can probably castle next move. If I take f7, he can take with the knight. That doesn't help. Very strange. Very strange that he managed this. I probably did something wrong. Here I'm definitely quite active, but it's not clear that I'm getting anything concrete out of it. Yeah, very active knights, but it's not quite clear what I'm doing here on the king side. He's still fairly solid and he's got the two bishops. Weakens the dark squares at least a little bit. If I can trade the dark squared bishops, that would be nice. Oh, he's weakening the dark squares even more. Bishop g5, f6, knight g6. That could work. Okay, I'm just playing like h4 and stuff. I mean, why did he weaken himself that much? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I have a question actually to you guys, and I'm not quite sure if this is something that is really appropriate here, but maybe you can still help me out. In the near future, I need to get a new a new smartphone. And do you guys have any recommendation for like a budget-priced Android smartphone? Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be super cheap, but I don't want to spend. I don't want to buy super high-end, which is very costly. I just don't need the performance. If you have any good recommendation, no, and not an iPhone. Bishop d5. Bishop d5. Jeez. I will check that. I will check. You're giving so many recommendations there. I have to check. I will read that later. Yeah, Jay Fisher is, I think, okay here, but he's spending too much time. Bishop d5. Yeah, I will win on time, which makes it kind of... Yeah, thanks for the game, Jay Fisher. I think you defended this very well after the somewhat dubious opening, but the time management was the main thing. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I have to check. I think this is funny. Yeah, you have all kinds of opinions. Yeah, whatever you get, don't buy this one, and everybody else says, yeah, this is okay. Yeah, I think it's very difficult to say. Okay, Elio Iladi. My specifics are easy for that for that smartphone. It doesn't need to be super. It doesn't need to have much performance. I don't play games. I would like to have a reasonably big display, because I'm coming from iPhones and those displays are not... I want bigger displays, like at least 5 inch, rather 5.5 inch. And what I would like to have is USB-C to charge it. Maybe it's I think it makes sense. But no, I don't drop my phone all that often. Rather never, actually. And the camera I don't care about. I don't take pictures. So I think it's probably, I don't need anything special. I just want a reasonable build quality. So I probably won't go with the cheapest around, the cheapest overall. But I don't want to spend more than like maximum 300 euros. I'm used to spend a lot with the iPhones that I had over the years, but I don't want to do this anymore. I want to spend a bit less. That was bishop takes d5. Is that a move? Bishop d5 takes e4 could work. Bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, queen c1. The a5, Samsung a5. Okay, I will check it out. Mamadou Edudo says I should create an Instagram account. I'm totally sure and really 100% sure that I will not create an Instagram account. I'm actually fed up with all the accounts, to be honest. I've got Facebook and I'm really, I mean, all the time I'm thinking, why am I not just deleting that friggin' account? I'm really tired of the dumb posts and whatever. Learning what some people do and what they don't. I really think I should delete it sometimes. Okay. What do I do here? He's got f5 coming, yes. Maybe here. Queen c4. Yeah. Wow, I absolutely misplayed that. I mean, completely. I've always had Apple phones and they're okay, really okay. It's just that I just don't need the performance for what I do with it. And some stuff that I used, like the iCloud calendar, I don't use anymore because it doesn't work well. It just doesn't work. It always screwed up synchronizing, and I have Google Calendar now and it works flawlessly, at least up to this point. Yeah, my position here is the absolute worst ever. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm a pawn down. He's got the file. He's got two bishops against two knights. Yeah. This is the absolute worst position ever. If he takes on e4, maybe rook c3 is an idea. Yeah, this is okay. Rook c7, there's bishop takes d5, unfortunately. Even though I have knight d2 then. Maybe. Or he just goes rook d4. That's possible. I get the a-pawn, which doesn't mean all that much. That didn't help him, but I don't think he will run into knight f6 forking. He will. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. He completely killed me here. Elioladi. That's very undeserved, this game. Yeah, thanks for the game. That was really well played. Oh my god, yeah, I'm getting so many recommendations. I never should have asked about it. But it's obviously a very controversial thing. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. And that was the wrong color, right? Anyway, Schelling wanted actually a rematch in the opening that we played earlier, but it's okay. I'm playing with black as well. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep my iPhone. There's nothing particularly wrong with doing that. It just has some problems. I'm playing something a little bit... Okay, he's going to g3 immediately. Okay, g6 then. Aha. Interesting way of playing here with white. There's a shift phone. Wow, I never heard of that. I currently have an iPhone 6, which is 3 years old. And it has some problems. It's not totally totally broken or anything. But some things I don't like that much anymore. I would like to have a bigger display, and also the what is called the battery is not that great anymore. Yeah, iOS wise, I would definitely prefer iOS to Android. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Maybe he's going knight b5, but I can castle first. Yeah, this is a very controversial move. It opens up the whole board, the long diagonal. I don't think this is good, to be honest. Knight h5 doesn't work objectively. And that's about the only thing here that white can do. Got b5 lined up. If he goes a5, I go b5. I don't know. I like black here. The only issue that I have is that my knights are not great. If my knights would be better, like on d7 jumping to e5, then things would be fantastic. Yeah, what surprised me is I never really looked at the smartphone market. For a while I just updated my iPhone like 3 years ago. I always was just going from iPhone 4 to 5 to 6, yeah? And then I didn't see any point in getting iPhone 7 really, and now I'm actually quite surprised that there are so many brands around, yeah, in the Android universe, yeah. You have brands that I never heard of. Stuff like Honor or I never heard of any of, and there are many, many of those. So again, he tries to like sacrifice, bring the rook over, something like that. My knights are still not good. Rook e8 threatens. This is the idea, is to take knight f5, almost. Don't know if this is good. Probably not. Maybe it's not terrible. So f7, he wants to do stuff on f6 or f7. I'm going back. How do I go here? I need to open this up. An f6 or something. Queen e7 maybe, attacking e4. Going for e5. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he will trick me with some cheap tactics, yeah. Not, come on. No. We know the deal, yeah. Getting completely outplayed, and then I miss a tactic, yeah. We know that. Now the knights looks totally silly, yeah, of course. position after a move like 20 is just completely terrible for white, like unplayable, and I totally screwed it up. Absolutely unplayable position. Yeah, whatever, doesn't matter anymore. Knight f5. Yeah, come on. It's totally losing. Yeah, I mean, sorry. F4 is entirely anti-positional. I'm completely winning now here, and I don't manage to convert this. That's really annoying. F4 is the worst move ever in the position. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, thanks for the game. It was tough as usual. Okay, so let's see. Der Walker. Na gut. Yeah, sorry for the rant, but I hate to lose games like that, where moves like f4 get played against you and then you lose the game. It just shouldn't happen. There was a request for Dutch defense. Let's go for one Dutch defense at least. Okay. Oh, connection interrupted. Here it's important not to play g6, because then h4 happens. And you need to avoid that. Der Walker. Pizza man, I don't get it. Okay, so b3. What do they play against this? I think there is this line. I'm not sure if it's good though. Then e5. Yeah, rating-wise, this is an absolute disaster for Kramnik, this tournament, right? Here the chats, are they actually stored? They're stored for a while, right? So I can actually read this again, yeah? The smartphone discussion. Why c6 and not queen e8? Yeah, well, both are legitimate lines. They are both quite normal. Here, knight e4, I guess. Kramnik has to play with plastic pieces. Oh my god. He's down so low that they have plastic pieces on some boards in the Isle of Man tournament. But that is actually pretty terrible, yeah. In really, I mean, in top tournaments like that should have wooden boards, every board. Okay, I can take on d2 here in this position. Knight d2, bishop c3. Did he really anticipate that? Interesting. Knight d2, bishop c3. Yeah, he gets it back. Queen d2, bishop takes e4, and miraculously, he's not losing a piece. It's funny. It's funny, really. Okay, e4. I mean, my position is okay here, but yeah, here I can take on e2, and I will do that. I thought just bishop c2 when I'm okay, but I don't think I'm necessarily much better. Knight b4, maybe. Okay, let's try to use knight d3, knight c2 stuff. In top tournaments, top open tournaments, they usually have all wooden boards. For example, in the Open Bavarian Championships that I played 3 years ago, they have wooden boards like down to board 250. Wooden boards, digital clocks. No, he's not cheating. No, it's just like sometimes it's just like things kind of fall into place, and it was unintended beforehand, and I don't think that knight d2 was intended. Okay, thanks for the game, Der Walker. Always blame the mouse. Now, I usually blame myself, and it's the right way to do it. Okay, let's play Piros here. Let's see what she's doing. Did I play her before? Yeah, once. Okay. So let's play the Benko here in this game if she allows it. Am I allowed a cookie? I think I am. Yeah, this is fairly nice for me, because if you look at the pawn structure, it just looks like a reversed Tarrasch, or if you want like a Panov attack, but the bishop is on d2. Yeah, always blame the mouse is a perfect name for this site. Yeah, blaming the mouse is popular. Well, the mouse is actually sometimes really the reason for what's going wrong. Okay. If you give me the center pawn, I cannot resist. What's going on in Paris? What is Bayern doing? They still probably get beaten badly. No, I'm always there's a question if I'm sitting at the board in over the board games most of the time, or if I walk around a lot. I really walk around a lot. Can I do this? Why not? There's a question. Have I ever been in a position where you needed to avoid a draw with black when you outrate your opponent? Isn't that the normal situation to be in? Like if you outrate your opponent, you want to avoid the draw with black anyway? Or do I misunderstand you? If I really heavily outrate my opponent, I usually want to win anyway. Unless something out of the ordinary is going on. No, I never played something that is really bad to avoid a draw. But you can sometimes take calculated risks. I mean, for example, in some cases, yeah, if you play e4, e5 with black, for example, and you see your opponent plays most boring stuff, yeah, like d3 Italian or the 4 knights and trades everything down and so on, I think in this case, I'd rather play a Sicilian or avoid. I definitely adjust my openings, but it's not that I would play something that is borderline unsound. There's a discussion there about someone at the board. What was that? Chewing tobacco or something, and you can definitely protest against that. That's absolutely clear. I mean, there is no rule, of course, in like in FIDE rules of chess about chewing tobacco, but there is a rule that states that you cannot distract your opponent, and this is definitely a pretty serious distraction. So you can definitely yeah, make him stop. So what's going on here? Did I make a mistake here? Not all of the books behind me are chess books, but 95%, 90%, something like that. In the Scandinavian, probably Queen d8 seems to be best. That's what I heard. But this might be controversial. Yeah, let's just trade down and win. Yeah, thanks for the game, Pyros oder Pyros. And no, the books are almost 100% in English. You don't have many German chess books. Maybe there are 10 German books, 20, but I've got hundreds of books in English. So, no, it's a non-premium. Did I play Always Blame the Mouse? I don't think I played him this session, right? So, let's go. Yeah, the books are almost 100% in English. You don't have that many German books published, I mean, and most of them are translations from English originals. Rook b1, this is what I recommended in my c4 video series for Chess24. Okay. Always blame the mouse. After this game you can blame me for giving you a recommendation. Maybe you can, if I... So what's going on here? Bishop e6. I don't know, the knight on a5. So put the bishop here. Yeah, that's interesting. How do I go about that? Just f6 maybe? So that I can recapture with the f-pawn. Yeah, he's playing it well, yeah? Always blame the mouse. I think he plays it well. So he shuts down the position. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this. I know he's got knight e4. I should have played f5 first and then... Okay, well, knight e4 is not terrible. I can go to b6, but... Even pawn to b6 is not totally terrible. Yeah, I'm drinking sparkling water. Is something wrong with that? You want me to drink vodka? Or something else? Okay, this over to b6. Trying to attack the a4 pawn, and I mean, rook a7 double against the a pawn. Maybe I can win the a pawn. Oh. That is a huge concession, really. That he took on a5, giving me the bishop pair. And I have an easy game. I just double against it, against the a pawn. Yeah, it looks fine. It's tough for white to play. There's one thing. I'm currently not. This is not a very well centralized position here with the rooks. But taking on e5, allowing me to take with the queen. Nah. Queen d4, nah, that wins a pawn. Can also just take a4. Let's do it. Yeah, now I've won a pawn and many endings will win fairly effortlessly. Best would be a bishop ending. That would be very simple to win. King and pawn ending obviously as well, but so what is he doing? Yep, happy to trade. Queen d4 also was a move. I've heard really good things about the Reykjavik Open. A question in the chat. I haven't played there, but a teammate of mine played there and he liked it a lot. He also visited Iceland this summer and was quite happy about it, but I haven't talked to him about details, but he liked it. Queen d4 I could have played. Can still do it. Queen d4. Is there some tactic here maybe that yeah, but this is fine. One check. One check is no problem. Yeah, I'm mating here after bishop f1 and taking. Okay, thanks for the game. Always blame the mouse. So who else is on? I can go for like one more 5-minute game probably. Jetzel. I pre-move c5 and I do it against the only move where it really sucks to play c5. Okay. Yeah, well, sucks is a bit strong, but this is not so great. I think after f4, white is playing in a slower way. Bishop e2, I have b5, which is excellent actually, really. Yep. Go for tactics. Bishop b5, knight takes e4. It's nice for black, even though it's sometimes overestimated. I don't think this is like fantastic for black, but it is pretty good. Knight c3, I think is best now. Takes, queen b5, and white is, yeah. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Do you go c4 here or not? This is an interesting question. I can play this, maybe. If he takes, bishop c4 is putting pressure on the pawn. Yeah. The Jobava line, yeah, the Jobava line with d4, knight c3, bishop f4 is quite okay, really. I once prepared a lecture at my chess club, and they had the request to look at some games by Jobava and Richard Rapport, and well, I looked at some of Jobava's games with this knight c3, bishop f4 line, and that's totally fine. Yeah. It looks a little bit iffy here, black, but I'm not mated without queens. White might play knight d2 and then c4, but after bishop a6, knight d7, b6, I think I know I just win the pawn, right? I just win it. I think one of the pawns at least. I can take one more pawn. I think I will do it. I mean, it's the a pawn that is now free. Yeah, but I can go back. And rook c7, knight a6 looks bad. Yeah, the rook is trapped completely. It cannot escape with just being the exchange down. Okay, so I think a 3-minute game is possible against Lontas. Why not? A 3-minute game, that's good. It's going to be the final game of the session. And let's see. This time, okay, probably get the Sveshnikov. No. Okay, so I can play the Maroczy bind. That's nice. It's basically my favorite opening for white. F3 is a bit of a lame move, I know. Yeah. I'm anticipating knight e5, answering it with knight d5. Queen a5 now is probably the way to go. I still go knight d5. Oh God. I'm not going to play the Clarendon chord variation. This is really crap. I mean, It looks bad, and it's even worse if you if you study it in more detail. Okay, I mean, I had knight f4 here maybe, but oh, he's giving me squares. I like that. Okay, well, both moves are good, but I think this is better here. Okay, the only thing that black can try to do is to gain control over e4 if I play f4 in a somewhat unprepared way. But I'm not going to do that. Yeah, he tries to get to f6 and then get some control there, but I can go back here. The main issue for black is he has absolutely no active ideas. Yeah, but the pawn on d6 is pretty bad. And d6 is falling. Yeah, I can just simplify this now. And it's 5 seconds for black, which is really not enough. Yeah, thanks for the game, Lontas. So I'm going to wrap up the show here. It's like 1 minute to 10, if I'm not mistaken. That's like 2 minutes to 10. So talking about it, I can do this. Come on. One bullet game we can play. Olaf is always ready to do one bullet game at the end to make it a timely finish. Oops. Very, very tricky. Oops. That cannot work. I can take with this. But why should I? Let's just develop stuff. It's probably better, yeah? Develop pieces. Why didn't I take on g2? That was pretty stupid. And now I will take, oops. Keeping this for queen g6. Wait. Queen g1 mate after rook d2. And the time. Yeah, and Olaf lost on time. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the game, Olaf, and also thanks to all of you in the chat. Some of you are around now for 3 hours. It's the Marathon Wednesday, 3 hours of Banter or ChessExplained. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back next week. Looking forward to it. Have a good week. Bye bye.